Hey, what's up, guys? Happy blessed Sunday. Hope you all are doing great today. Yes, indeed. It is very hot out here. So, guys, look, I'm going to go straight into my commentary. I have saw a lot of stuff that is going on. I mean, it look like YouTube street been busy all this week, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to get to the bottom of all this right here. And like I said, when it comes to Angela Stanton King and Mechee, like I said, this have become bigger than the both of them. Okay. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk about all this stuff right here because we can take the foolish things to confirm the wise, and we're gonna comb straight through all this right here. I was watching one of Angela's Staten Live this morning, and it was very interesting. It was a lot. It was a lot. And like I sit there and say, all we have to do is just learn how to take the foolish things of this world to go ahead and conform the wise. And I don't have a dog in this fight, but like I said, it's out there, and we're gonna go and we're gonna comb through it because this right here, this is a lot. So if you're just coming on, guys, welcome, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and unbiased. And just like I had told you guys before, when I came on and I talked about all this stuff right here, it's not about, it's not about one person, and when they say that saving all lives, we can't save all lives. We can't save the entire world. We only can, do what we can. I see my girls in the house, Starbucks, love her. She says, welcome everybody. Please hit like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Yes, indeed. But no, we cannot save the entire world. We only can, just do what we can do. That's all we can do. And thank you, Star. Thank you for coming on. Always, out here supporting me. Like I say, this is what it's all about. And I want to go ahead and I want to talk a little bit, but not on this live right here. We still going to talk about these reality shows because, like I say, I see it the way that some people don't see it. I know how to chew the meat and spit out the bones. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about some of this stuff right here. I'm looking for my girl logical speak, because she's been on, helping me comb through some of this stuff when it comes to these reality shows. But this right here, this is not a reality show, guys. This right here is real life. And we're gonna go ahead and get to the bottom of it. Like I sit there and say, all money is not good money. I've been watching the live all the way from the beginning this morning with Angela, Staten. I understand, what she's trying to do. But, we have to, when we specify who we are helping, if we say that we are helping this organization, this cause, that's exactly who we think that the money is going. It's just like with my business. When I had a 501c, I wanted to help my community. I didn't say that I wanted to help the Black community or the white community. I said that I wanted to help my community, which even though I was targeting, just for my people. But when I would give out, food or, we would help, help people. We helped all people, people that came to the door. We didn't turn anyone down. But when you say that you helping a specific person, a group, then that's where we think that that money is going to. And I kind of understand exactly, like I said, when it comes to what Mechee X is saying. And when she see, that Angela had came out because, pretty much, is out there. Like I say, when you put it out there, you are free game. When you pretty much, you say who you gonna help, that's exactly, what people is looking at. It's just like with President Biden. When President Biden has said that the blacks always have his back. And, we was looking that, okay, if we got your back, we turning at the polls, to help you get in the seat, then we got issues. We got a lot of issues that's going on in our own community where we want you to address some of this stuff. But when they get in the seat, they act like they wanted to, help everybody else except us. What about us? We help you get there, but now it's like, you have the deaf ear. But when we need you, But when you need us, we right there for you. So it's kind of to me the sort of the same way when it came to President Joe Biden. And I might be wrong, guys. Like I said there and say, this is my opinion. But if you say that you are targeting or you calling out a certain group, then that group expect you to put your money where your mouth is. That group expect you to show up and show out. I remember it was a beautiful black African woman. She was on a very huge platform and she was talking to predominant a white audience. And what she said that when you want to find diamonds, the best place to find diamonds is to go into the poorest part of Africa. Did you get what I'm saying? The best, when you want to find diamonds, you go in the poorest part of Africa. And that's exactly how it is with us. When they looking to push some type of agenda, they don't go to these rich companies and all these other people. They might get something from them. Yeah, they might get something from them. But when they really want to push a certain certain type of agenda and they wants to get those numbers, they go right into the poorest community. And we're going to show up and we're going to show out. We're going to make sure that we do exactly what we said we was going to do. But like I say, when we need them, they are nowhere around. That's why I say, cheek and tongue would say anything. You could talk the talk, but it's time to put your money where your mouth is. Put up a shut up. Because cheek and tongue would say about anything. It's time for us to stop doing all that talking. And see, that's why they don't take us serious. And the reason why they don't take us serious, because all we do is we do talking. Long as we keep talking. Sorry about that, guys. But like I said, there and say, long as we doing all that talking, they don't take us serious. But it's time for us to put our feet 10 toes on the ground. It's time for action. It's time for us to sit there and put up or shut up. Yes, guys, I'm back. So in a minute I start doing something, that's when the phone started ringing. But yeah, it's time for us to sit there and put up and shut up. We sick and tired of them doing all that talking, and they're not taking us serious. But this right here, as you can see, this is bigger, much bigger than Angela and much bigger than Mechee. All they did was just pretty much open the door. We've been was talking about this right here. But what we do, just keep sweeping it under the rug. And I understand exactly what Mechee is talking about. I understand exactly what Angela is talking about. But you got to be careful how you take these people money. I don't give a care if these people giving you $10,000 or $20,000, and you got your own community giving you $5 and $10 and $20. That adds up. Because like I say it all the time. Sometimes money is not good money. People, they'll give you because they want you to push their agenda. Or so they can dilute what you trying to push. But sometimes we got to leave that money where it's at, because there are power right in the Black community. I was doing some research last night. Don't you know we spend like $80 trillion a year? $80 trillion a year on what? Because we don't have no banks. We don't have no schools. But we spend $80 billion a year. So where's all that money going? That money is going back to the power that be, because it's sure not trickling down in our own community. And this right here, guys, this is not a race debate. This is speaking truth. We speaking truth because we are sick and tired of being sick and tired. Like I say, this right here in 2004, you got to earn our vote, because you're not going to come into our community, come in our churches and watch us buck dance and have a hallelujah time. You doing a little clapping just to get our votes. And then you go back and you sit there and you forget about us once you get what you want to get. I see where Starbucks says it's always been expected for the Black community to support other races and not demand anything in return. And everybody else, look at the LGBTQ. When they want to push some type of agenda or any other group, they're going to specify, we want this for our community. But like I said, when we sit there and we say that, we don't get that favor in the return. It's like everybody can push anything except us. Like we are ignored. We are the bottom of the barrel to everything. So somebody got to say enough is enough. Someone got to say that the buck stops here. You got to earn our votes. It's time for it's enough for everybody running ahead of us, and we always be the one that's left behind. And like I said there and say, all money is not good money. I remember listening to Leroy Muhammad when he said that some people, you got to love them from a distance. Some people can't join everything that you trying to put together. They got to watch from a distance, because some people, when you let them in, they got that takeover spirit. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. He that have an ear, let him hear. They got that takeover spirit. If they not running it, they not trying to control it. They don't want to be a part of it. They'll try to get in and everybody in to sit there and tear it up. Look how they did Black Lives Matter, which we already know how that turned out. You can't keep using the Black community. If you saying this is for our people, we sick and tired of seeing our brothers and our sisters are counted down like sheep for the slaughter, but none of that money is going into the community. None of that money is going towards the family that their loved ones has been slaughtered. None of that money is going to them, but yet you getting that money and pouring it into a community, and you think that people is not going to rip the sheets off of that and expose you. So if you saying that you are doing something for one community, for this specific community, the Black community or the white community, just say it. Or if it's for all babies, say it's for all babies. But just don't target a specific group. Don't do that, guys. Don't you think that our people been through so much? Our people been through so much, and this generation right here, like I say, this is a Joshua generation. They not just going to just sit back and just allow you to work overtime on us. And like I said there and say, the love of money is the root of all evil. Leave these people money, where is that? Because once you start taking their money, believe it, you're going to sit there and you're going to have to start doing what they tell you to do. Some people just got to watch from a distance. And if that person is donating all that money to help you for your people, then that person shouldn't worry about what you do with that money. And you shouldn't feel no type of way. Oh, a white person gave me this money. Oh, a Chinese person gave me this money. But yet this money is for my people. You don't have to feel guilty because you had told them, you specified who you were targeting. And that's exactly where that money should go. And guys, like I said, and here's real talk. We can't keep allowing these people, and I be telling you guys that all the time. We can't continue allowing these people to keep rocking us to sleep. We already know how things is turning out right now. Look at affirmative action, which we already know we was the last when it came to that as well. Everybody was able to reap off of that except us. They set the standards when it came to affirmative action where pretty much we wasn't even qualified for it. Everybody else would come in and they was sitting there, they was getting the benefits, but yet they had a black face. But yet they had a black face. Like I said there and say, they use us as a poster child for everything. But we wouldn't get none of those benefits. Look, when it came to all the payoff, everybody else received checks. We can't get our checks, and we've been through the most. We got certain groups that's sitting there getting checks. They got paid off, and that didn't even happen on American soil. All the stuff that we went through pretty much happened on American soil. But yet we still sitting there trying to figure out how they going to cut those checks to give us our reparation check. Like I say, guys, and here's real talk. I can't sugarcoat. I can't compromise. Because like I said, this is much bigger than you and I. But we got to put up a shut up. You guys want to talk about Dr. Umar Johnson and what he's not doing? He already told you he got the plan, everything, what his money is going for, what his agenda, what agenda he's pushing, his school. He got it all planned out. So if you want to give, you don't have to give. But if you're going to give, he's letting you know who that money is going towards, where it's going. He's not asking outsiders to donate, to give to him. And if they do, let them do it. But you ain't going to control anything, because I'm telling you that what I'm giving, like Dr. Umar said, is towards my people. It's for my school. So that's why I'm saying, what's the difference of what President Biden have said, that the blacks always have my back, but never show up and show out. And yet we got with Angela's group, her home look for the kids, how she came out at first. Now, maybe I had gotten it wrong because, like I said, I don't follow all these people. But from what I had gotten, that she was targeting black babies in black communities. So what she do with the money towards her people, then anybody from outside shouldn't worry about it, guys. They shouldn't worry about it at all. Because it's time for us to start doing things for ourselves. Everybody else do everything for them. So why we can't do for ourselves? I was reading, I had Googled this right here, the statistics of black businesses. Don't you know, right here in the United States, black-owned businesses is only 10%. Did you hear what I'm saying? Black businesses is only 10%. According to the statistics right here. And it says that Asian Indians own the largest numbers of businesses among Asian ethnicity group in the United States. They are accounted for 28%. Okay? The Chinese Americans and the Philippine American also own 17 to 13%. And let me see what else. That's a lot of money. So where do you think all the other money is? 68% is white percent. 68% is white. So right there is letting you know that they got the money. They got the money. But our people only own 10%. 10% of businesses, black businesses, only 10%. And you worrying about trying to save everybody. Come on, guys, make it make sense. And that's what it when it comes to our people. Hold on one second, guys. But that's how it is when it comes to our people. We try to help everybody. We forgive everybody except ourselves. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And this is not being racist. This is not a race debate. But if we own 10% of black businesses out there, and Asians and all the rest of them coming in, and they own 28%, which they got another backup plan because of their own country, then we still at the bottom. But we still trying to help everybody, guys. Make it make sense. And the first thing they want to say, oh, we are lazy people. No, we are not lazy people. Our ancestors, like I said there and say, our ancestors, and not only our ancestors, still to this day, we built just about everything. We are the lifeline to everything that exists. Don't you know right here in Louisiana, they still have slave plantations? It's just prisons now. They just took a modern day name. Right, not too far, Cotton Port. Google it. They still treating black inmates as slaves, going out there in the plantation, picking cotton from sun up to sundown, only getting 2%. Not 2%, 2 cents, 2 cents a day, 2 pennies a day. One black man say that he was in prison for 24 years and he was out there working in the cotton field, only getting 2 cents a day. And when he got out, his check was only $1,200. $1,200. And that's what I be saying, guys. I tell you guys all the time, the system is not messed up. The system is only doing what the system is designed to do. But yet what we do, we'll break our neck and try to help everybody, put everybody on the pedestal. And when the time comes for us, no one there to be found. Or whatever organization or whatever thing that we got going on in our community is tore down. We forget all about it because now we got everybody all in our business and diluted, and now we got different businesses growing, and now it's not in our community anymore. We forget now. We forget where we came from. And that's exactly what they want you to do. That's exactly what they want you to do. But when we going to say, what about us? And I talked about that. I talked about it on my last 2 videos. Nothing wrong with us now being selfish. And to hear this brother on this panel and sitting there saying, well, we don't deserve, we are lazy people, we don't deserve this, we don't deserve that. There ain't nothing but a coon, trust me. He don't listen to old men. Then you a fool. You are a fool. The Bible even call you a fool. You think that you got it all together. You think that you got it all right. You worrying about pushing somebody else's agenda. Like I said there and say, they got their stuff intact. You trying to break the doors to get in where they are. And just because, like I say, they done threw you a few crumbs here and there, now you think that you all that in some. Guys, it's time for us to come off the plantation. It's time for us to wake up. Nothing is wrong for trying to help your people, especially when I just read to you guys. Go and Google it. Like I say, Google have a very huge search engine. Go and Google it. We only own 10%. And you can't say that we are lazy. You can't say that we don't want to work. That's what they want you to believe. But when they trying to push agenda, when they trying to open up new businesses, where they go, who they get, who working it, but who are the ones getting paid? Who are the ones that's benefiting off it? Like I said, they say when it came to those PP loans, I think those PP loans was something that they was trying to pay out a debt that they was trying to get rid of, because they already know how it was going to turn out. They knew if they cut us those PP loans, it was going to go back and get them out of debt, the big banks and these big companies. They knew exactly, because that's exactly what we did. But everybody asking, what is the solution? Because we can talk all day. And that's all we doing right now is just talking. That's why they don't take us serious. And so in a minute, when we start sitting there making one step, then we let these people sit there and buy us out. Like I say, all money is not good money. Let them people money stay where it's at. If we could spend $80 trillion a year, then it's time for us to come together. It's time for unity. That's the solution. Unity. Because everybody else done rolled off our backs. So if somebody giving you $5, $10, or $20, those dollars adds up. I'd rather have the $5 and $10 or whatever they giving me than sit there and these people cutting $10,000 and $20,000 checks and then wants to control you and tell you what to do and what not to do. And before you know it, that's it. You done bored your baby. Can't you see it, guys? That's what I'm saying. We have eyes and can't see. We have ears and we can't hear. We are spiritually blinded. Stop allowing these people to dingle things in our face, distract us from our mission. It's time for us to start doing for ourselves. We did it from before. We did it in the beginning. We helped them build their businesses. So why we can't do for ourselves? Why we feel like when it's time for us to do something, we got to fight. We got to come on and we got to tear each other down. Why we can't sit there and we can't come together? Because of that stinking mindset. That's why. Because of that stinking mindset, that slave mentality, those chains on the brains. We got to shake it off. Because when we come together, we are a force to be reckoned with. And I know that we can do it. Because like I say, this generation right here, they have woken up. They are sick and tired, being sick and tired. And they will rip the sheets right off of all that phoniness. And that's the way that it should be. If you see that tree is not bearing fruit, what you do? You chop it off. You call that tree out. And just like my brother has said, it's a time and it's a season for everything. And this is the time for us to stand up and start doing for ourselves. We worrying about what they are not doing, crying over these people, affirmative action and crying all this other stuff. Sometimes, look, things happen for a reason. I don't believe that God is going to send us anywhere where He's not going to take care of us. When we was a child, we spoke as a child. Now it's time for us to grow up, do for ourselves, stop depending on everybody. But this time, honey, they got to watch from a distance because of that controlling spirit, that takeover spirit. Everywhere, everything that they touch, every time when they are part of something, they cause havoc. So I understand. Ain't nothing wrong with being selfish, guys. Not this day. Not this day. Because we have shared, we have gave our all. But we didn't get it in return. We didn't get it in return. And it's time for us to shake those grave clothes. It's time for us to start walking. And not just sit here just talking. I mean, they've been telling us for over, how many years? So many years. You go and you vote for this person. You go and you vote for that person. Stop looking at these people as our savior. I don't even care if they look like us. All skin color or skin folks ain't our kin folks, okay? They only can do what they was told to do. They can't do nothing. Oh, but this person, yeah, he gonna do good. This one, this it. No. Start raising up your own Jesse root. Start raising up your own seed. And pour in what you need to pour into them. I've been watching on Instagram how young black boys, 5.9 GPA in college, going to college at 13 years old, very smart. We got very smart people. We are very smart people. We have invented all this stuff. We invented the parts of the refrigerator, the AC, parts of the phone. We invented so much stuff. We built so much stuff. And still to this day. So don't let these people tell us that we are lazy. And then we had this guy sitting there saying, oh, we done killed off all our children with abortions and all this other stuff. W is a liar. We don't die, we multiply. We ain't kill our and we, that's what they want you to think, that we are the minority. They want to make you feel that way. Because we're not going to go and research, because like I said, when it comes to our people are destroyed because of lack of knowledge. If they tell it to us, it's Bible. But when we start teaching and telling our own people, oh, we want to fight against one another. Unless somebody else tell you, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to believe. Like I said there and say, we got to get out of that stinking mindset. Guys, I don't know how else to tell you guys. This is not about Scotty, Dottie, or anybody. All I can do is just stand on my truth. It's time for us to shake off these grave clothes. It's time for us to leave these people's stuff where it's at. I don't give a care if these people cut you a check for $1 million. If it's not going to help and benefit your people, and it's going to cause your people to be stagnated, leave these people's stuff alone. And that's exactly what they do. We got to stop taking these people money. A lot of politicians today, they couldn't help their community because they take this money under the table, this payoff. And that's why we can't help each other, because we're so busy taking these people money. They know exactly if they want to sit there and stop a cause, stop your vision, abort your baby, all they have to do is just dingle money in your face. That's all they have to do. And before you know, we're gonna come up. Oh, they support me. They cuts me $10,000 and $20,000. And all these in the black community, all they giving me is $5 and $10. But them $5 and $10, they adds up too. And they gonna be consistently. It may not come in one big lump. I see my girls in the house. Logical speak. Girl, I was about to email you because girl, we be on it. So did you get your mic together so I can go ahead and drop the link? And also I want to go ahead and talk about some stuff, but not on this live right here. Some stuff that I had saw on that show. So did you get your mic together? Let me know if you get your mic together, because if you did, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link, because iron sharpens iron. But guys, like I said, this right here, this is real talk. And also, I like when this brother was saying, and I was talking about it. How with the civil rights movie, when movement, how we was running into these restaurants trying to segregate with these people, uh, going eating their pies and all this other stuff. When our pies are better. I like when this guy was saying on Angela's platform, saying that Paula D got a soul food restaurant, and we break our necks to go in Paula D. And we already know how Paula D felt about us. That's why and I'm gonna say allegedly, but most likely that's why she don't have a show today. We can sit there and we can support everybody establishment except our own. Okay. She said she ordered one, waiting for it to deliver. Okay. I mean, we can help everybody else, but what do you think about this logical speak? What do you think about it, guys? Let me know what you think about all this. Like I said, you can't take everybody's money. All money is not good money. But if you saying that you helping just a specific group, if you helping just your people, and if outsiders giving you money, then you shouldn't feel no type of way how you help your people. But like I said, we spend $80 trillion, $80 trillion a year, blacks, $80 trillion. Ain't got nothing to show for. Nothing to show for. When every other race comes in on American soil and they prosper except us. Why? Why? Because they use us as one of the biggest consumers. In our mind, we got to keep up with the Joneses. In our mind, we got to be designer clothes from head to toe. But you don't see them dressing like that. These people go to Old Navy or Salvation Army, and they ain't worrying about spending all their money on their self. They're not worrying about that. Logic say we are not informed voters. But guys, it's time for us to raise up our own generation, our own children. I don't never hear all these politicians saying, well, we got someone we raising up right now, raising right out of the black community, that he's going to be the next president of the United States. He's going to be the next leader. You don't hear these black people talking about that, these black leaders. All we looking for is white supremacists to sit there and get us out of this. They ain't worrying about you. They the one got us in this. 3 strikes you out. Dividing black families. Our black brothers are incarcerated behind all this stuff. Come on, guys, wake up. Wake up. Like I said there and say, this is This is nothing new. This is information that is already out there. Already out there. But yet we breaking our necks trying to sit there and allow these people to keep putting their foot on our neck. Take your foot off our neck and stop allowing them to put their foot on our neck. Guys, we are powerful people. Every time when we put our head together, we are a force to be reckoned with, where even demons trembles. They know if we come together, they know that we'll put them on the run. I see where my girl Logic says we are emotional voters, and both main parties knows we do not think. We follow whatever tickle our emotions. Absolutely. Absolutely. They know exactly how to get us. They know how to get us at that ballot box. They know exactly how to make us move. They play with our emotions. They play with our feelings. Why you think when it get close to election time, something like this happen? Oh, now all of a sudden affirmative action and all types of things be happening to our young brothers. Some of that stuff I think it be already pre-planned. I ain't gonna tell you no lie because they know we react on things like this. But guys, we gotta put aside fear because God did not give us the altar of fear, but of love, power, and a sound mind. We got to stop being so fearful. And that's exactly how they able to work overtime on us. And even Angela Stanton said it out of her own mouth. So you can't sit there and say we got to stop tearing down each other. We can't keep saying that. We got to stop tearing down each other. This is her word. She said, I wrote it down. She said that we have to stop tearing each other down, which is true. We talk about all that all the time. That our business, we talk about that all the time. We got to stop tearing down each other. But we also got to stop allowing these people to rock us to sleep. So in a minute when our people don't come fast enough, then you go and you run to the other side and tell them our dirty laundry. Tell them what we are not doing. But yet you saying you're doing it for your people. Make it make sense, guys. Make it make sense. Logic says true, all pre-planning to affect us emotionally. Yes. But I mean, it's just that we got to stop acting like children. Take off those training wheels. And it's time for us to start walking. Take off those grave clothes. And it's time for us to come together in unity. We can set up a panel all day and we could talk till sun up to sundown. But if there's no unity, it's just vain talking. It's useless talk. Because I talk about it all the time. Cheek and tongue says anything. No, she's not a Democrat. I think she's a Republican. But like I said, they didn't say both of them is all messed up. Republican and Democrat. You know, it's time for us to start raising up our own people. Stop worrying about these people. It's time for us to start lifting each other up and coming together. And long as we depend on these people, they're gonna continue to keep pacifying us, keep rocking us to sleep because they think that we really need them because that's what they feel, because they thought that they had broken us because of that slave mentality. But if we only can sit there and close the door, how we close the door on each other, trust me, they will tremble. But we ain't gonna do that to them. So in a minute, like I say, they start putting things in our face, giving us a little crumbs here and there. We sitting at the feet while trying to sit there or at the table. Why you want to sit at the feet? Why you want to sit at their table when you can own the entire house? Come on, guys, make it make sense. Lodge says black people will always vote against our better good. We only have two parties to vote for. But like I said, it's time for us to raise up our own people. It's time for us to raise up our own people. And I promise you, that will be a force to be reckoned with when we start coming together and raising our own people. Stop depending on what plantation is better than the other. Like I say, I'd rather know you're a snake than sit there and smile in my face and then strike me. You got a bunch of them. That's how the devil comes. The devil comes smiling in your face, coming in like an angel of light, saying all the right words. That's how the devil comes. He gonna tell you what you want to hear, but he gonna strike you. That's how they comes in. The angel of light comes in as the most beautiful person appearing to the eyes. That's why the devil can sit there and he can take out so many people, even the elect. Because we go off our emotions, our feelings, and how things look to us. And that's why the enemy can sift us out like wheat. But like I said, everything that looks good is not good. We call good evil and evil good. And that's why he's able to sit there and take us out. Yeah, they're going to come in. Oh, that person was so nice and so kind to me. And we got a sister cantaloupe down the street. Oh, she just too rude. She's too raw. But she still, want me to tell you something? She's still looking out for your best. Because you see, this one that's all kind and all sweet and telling you what you want to hear, all they're just doing is stroking you just to get what they want or to stop you. Wake up, people. Lodge says that we set out, they will have to come to us with demand in writing. Yes, indeed. Don't you know, I was listening to this guy. I can't think of his name. He said that if 30 million people would just stay home, don't you know the economy will fall? If 30 million people would just stay home. Did you hear what I said? We are power. We are power in number. That's what the Most High God was talking about, one accord. If we come together on one accord and we sit there and we say, nobody is going to these 9-to-5 jobs that belongs to these other people. We just going to just sit it out and just support our own community. Trust me, that's what you call a real blackout. Where we could start building in our own community. That's power. But see, we don't think like that. We don't think like that. We don't think like that. If we can come together and we could sit there and start pouring in our own community. Wow. That's powerful. But you see, they're not going to sit there. You think that these people are going to give you. No, indeed. Like I say, they are the gatekeepers. They only can let you in and give you what they want to give you because they own the large percentage. We only own, I just read to you, we only own 10%. So what do you think? Do you think that these people are going to sit there and take and give to you? But what if we sit there and we ask for everything that our ancestors built or how they used our ancestors from sun up to sundown? All these big corporations that still existing today. All these banks that still existing today. These insurance companies that sit there and roll it off of our people backs for free labor. What do we go after those big companies? Like I said there and say, the earth is the Lord's, the fullness thereof. We rich and don't even know we rich. They should be cutting us royalty checks because you use our people for free labor. Look how we run into Chanel and get all those bracelets. Don't you know that Chanel was they was making chains for slaves? Don't you know that? Don't you know all them banks and those insurance companies? They was putting insurance on slaves. Y'all don't know all that because y'all don't Google all that. That's why y'all don't know. But like I said there and say, honey, they owe us a lot of money. And yet this brother want to call his own people lazy. Get out of here. Get out of here. I just don't understand my people. Wake up. But guys, I got about 8 more minutes. And after that, I am done. But like I said there and say, we can be a force to be reckoned with if we come together. We are powerful. We come together, there's unity, and no devil in hell can prevail against it if we come together. Like it says, we spend the most money than any other culture. We can break them by sitting out as a group. White people do not spend like blacks. No, they don't spend like blacks. No, they do not. You think that white folks going to all these designers and putting all these different labels on them? Those two in a minute when they get money, they won't put all those chains around their neck and buy all these different tennis shoes every week and stay in the nail shop every week. Do you think that they do that? No, the white folks don't do none of that stuff. They'll go to, like I said earlier, they'll go to the Salvation Army. They can go and dress at Old Navies or, hand-me-downs. They ain't worrying about that because they're about building up businesses, leaving legacies for their children. And we talk about that all the time. The money that we pour out, we driving around in these foreign cars, got to have Rolls Royce and Maybachs and Mercedes Benz, and the car is never parked home. Is at the job, or if it is parked home and you driving in your other car, you still never able to sit there and get in it because you're so busy trying to pay those notes. We spend some wasteless money. Wasteless money. I even talked about that. I talked about it the other day. I say, what if we sit there and we do an inventory? Start sitting there counting all the stuff that we done spent, all those bags, all those clothes that you most likely never would use again. Just think about all the money that you spent out. You should have been out of debt. You should be having your own businesses because it's going to be a time. And I talked about it. It's going to be a time where you're going to wish that you had your own businesses. Because this is it right here. This is it. Where sooner or later, when we get into a recession, and you wondering why you getting laid off, and now you piles and piles of debt. Are these people laying you off just to put their family and their friends in? It's nothing that you could do about it because you don't own no businesses. You didn't prepare for that day. You knew that that day was going to come. But you so was busy trying to keep up with the Joneses. Inside living like the Waltons. Trying to impress. But it's going to be a time that you're going to wish you had that money. Because I told you, I say we are now going into where robots is about to take over. Look at it right now. I think when it came to the pandemic, and I'm going to say allegedly, but this is my opinion, it was just a test. Had all of us in the house sitting there preparing for all this stuff that's happening today, where now we don't even have to go outside. We can order everything that we need. All that stuff. They knew exactly what they was doing. They was fixing all that stuff up because they know that time was going to come. You go into the grocery stores, go into Target and Walmart, you don't even hardly see cashiers anymore. Everything is ran by computers, checkouts. Sooner or later, customer service. AI gonna run all this stuff. So you pretty much is not gonna see humans. And if you do see a few humans, they're not gonna look like you. So you're gonna be stuck like Chuck because you were bad stewards over your money. You wasn't good stewards. I talked about it all the time. I talked about the 10 virgins. Like I say, when it comes to the Bible, you guys might not want to talk about it, but I don't look at the Bible as just little stories. I look at the Bible as prophecies to come. We are writing our own stories. We are telling it right now. How the 5 virgins. See, the devil, he peeped into our future. He went and he wrote it, but he didn't know the plan. He didn't know the outcome. But now we are telling our own story. Logic says if we ever unify as a group, only voting in the interests of Black people, only then we will be recognized and pursued. But like I said, we got to start raising up our own people. We got to start raising up our own people. And we got to start coming together. But like I said, there's a story right now called 10 virgins. 5 was wise and 5 was foolish. You knew that day that your oil had to be full. You knew that day that if you don't prepare, that if your oil run out, that nobody else going to share with you. And it's not that this person is not, being selfish where I don't want to share. It's going to be a time where people only going to look out for themselves. But yet you going around sitting there spending money, the people laughing at you. The devil laughing at you. Because they know you should have been prepared. And soon in the minute they oil ran out, the ones that was wise took care of their oil, didn't waste. And when the trumpet blew, they was able to go inside. The other ones, they ran out the oil. They went back to the store to purchase some more. But when they came back, the doors was closed. It was too late. So like I sit there and say, guys, this is a new song. It's time for us to put up a shut up. It's time for us to sit there and start helping each other because they're going to have their stuff together. They are prepared for this day. But you're not because you're so busy sitting there trying to sit there and live any type of way. Looking at all these reality shows, looking and see how these people are living. Like I say, these people not about that life, but then you go and you trying to get yourself in debt, trying to keep up with these people. And that's what we do. When we see other people do something, we want to do it. Like they say, monkey see, monkey do. We see someone walking around with the latest tennis shoes, driving in the latest car. That stuff right there, it gets us where we are rob Peter to pay Paul trying to keep up with these people. Like I say, sometimes these people only make stuff just with you in mind. They only do it just for you in mind. And you wonder why you never have enough. Instead of you taking that money and you investing in your children's education or investing in some type of business, you think that business, that job that you've been on for years, when time gets hard, you're going to still be on that job. No, baby. No. No. So, guys, I'm done. I had to come on and I had to say it. Like I say, I'm not using Angela or using Mechee and just trying to wring this like a dirty old dish rag. I talk about this all the time. I just put it in other stuff. Where are people at in these reality shows? And I try to put in as much as I can, much information as I can, which some people don't understand. I remember my sister said, "You think some of these people understand what you're doing?" No, because they are blinded by the things of this world. But like I say, my job is to tell it to you anyway. But all I can say right now, when it comes to all the stuff that's going on with Angela and Mechee X, I understand exactly what's going on. Leave these people stuff where it's at. All money is not good money. If you saying you doing it for black people or whatever people you are doing it for, and that's a group that you are targeting, then that's where the money should go. And I don't care who it is that donate you money. They shouldn't worry about what you do. But sometimes, like I said, money is the love of it's the root of all evil. Some money is not good money. I see. Look, Eagle is in the house. Eagle. He said, "Hey, real talking, Lady D, logical speak, and Starbucks. How are you doing, Eagle? Guys, make sure you go ahead and support Eagle channel, Eagle Soaring High channel 2 and channel 1, and also Monday. Yes, I'm gonna be on his channel again. This is going to be my third Monday where we are talking about Jacob and Esau. Guys, that is a story, man. Like I said, I could take it and I can bring it home. We bringing it home. So make sure you check us out around about 6:05 Central. I will be on his channel. Logical speak say 5 to 7 years is the length of any jobs today. There is no retirement with 30 years anymore. Yeah, absolutely. Uh, Eagle says I'm okay preserving my voice for tomorrow. Okay, okay, he said he's preserving his voice for tomorrow. But yeah, guys, like I say, this right here, this is real talk, unapologetic, unbiased. It can't get no real than this. It's time for our people to wake up. And I know, and I tell you guys every time, my channel is not for everybody. I could take the foolish things to confirm the wise, but this right here, this is real. And it's time for us to put up a shut up. Leave these people stuff where it's at. Just because they are throwing all this money into your face, sometimes these people give you all that stuff just to shut you up. Just to shut you up. And many of our people have taken the mark of the beast. That's how I look at it. Taking the mark of the beast. Before you know it, you done sold your people out just because a few dollars. To me, you are a Judas. Didn't Judas did that? Guys, don't give me a second win. But then Judas did that. Judas, according to the Bible, like I say, nothing is new under the sun. Everybody sitting there and say, "Oh, I don't believe in all this stuff." Well, like I say, that's your preference. But I know you come on my channel, honey. Trust me, I know how to bring it home. I know how to bring it home. But then Judas did that. Our people will sell us out. Sell us out in a drop of a dime. But that money don't last. Only what you do for the Most High God is gonna last. Eagle say, sounds great, my sister. Thank you. Hey, Eagle. Yeah, see you tomorrow. So logic. Yeah, logic at 6:05. But like I say, guys, all I can say when it comes to all this stuff that's going on with Angela and Mechee X, it's much bigger than them. And it's a wake up call for us all, especially when you're trying to do for your community. You're trying to see your people bless, your people prosper. Ain't nothing wrong with us now being selfish. It's nothing wrong with it's time, our time, because we've been at the bottom of the barrel for so long. And it's time for us to rise. And I believe that the first gonna be last and the last gonna be first. Right now, as I speak, the Most High God is raising up the bottom up. Don't you think it's time? We've been praying for this. But stop taking these people's stuff. Leave these people's stuff alone. All money is not good money. Especially when you got to sit there and you got to change what the assignment that was given to you, your vision. Sometimes people do things for a reason. Sometimes, like I said, just like I told you guys earlier, you got to love them from a distance. Keep them out. Let them watch from a distance. We can't let everybody in our camp, not no more. We let them in before. And what they did, some people just got to take over spirit. If they is not full control, like I said earlier, they'll try to sabotage the entire thing, mess up the entire thing. And our people like that too. Our people tear everything down, tear the entire house down. Like I say, the enemy is within. Not everybody can go on your journey just because they look like you, act like you. It's some people you just got to love them from a distance. This I'm talking to a remnant. Stop trying to save everybody because you can't save everybody. You'll end up sitting there losing your mind trying to save everybody. All you could sit there and try to help the ones that cross your path. And some people, like I said there and say, even if they cross your path, you can just do so much because it's not about you. But guys, that's really pretty much all I had to say. I'm done. So guys, thank you for joining my live. Like I said there and say, this is real talk, unapologetic and unbiased. Can't get no clearer than this, where even a child can understand. Ain't like I'm talking into some unknown tongue. You hear it. He that have an ear, let him hear. And if it hurt, just say ouch. Like I say, my channel is just not for everybody. But I have to speak my truth. Because like I said, we can't keep sitting there allowing people to keep stepping on our back, getting on to the top. And soon the minute they get where they need to get, they forget all about you. And can't say, oh, this time. No. No. We've been saying it's our time for so long. And we still at the bottom. But like I say, the kingdom of heaven suffering violent, and we got to take it by force. This right here, you got to take it by force. Cheek and tongue will say anything. The mouth will say anything. But put up or shut up. You're going to have to earn this right here. And like I said, stop taking these people's stuff. Leave these people's stuff where it's at. Stop taking these people money. I don't give a care how much it is. The minute you take their people money, you done sold yourself out for a bowl of beans. You done sold yourself out. And we talking about that Monday. So make sure you join my brother Eagle Soaring High, channel 2. I think it's channel 2 or channel 1, Eagle. Make sure you join. How you can sell your birthrights over a bowl of beans because of your feelings, because of your temporary moment. I need to build this house. It's not about you. It's not about you. You are kingdom building. So don't worry about the finances. Stop chasing money. Money chases you. God can tell you right now to go into the fish mouth and open up the fish mouth and pull out everything that you need because the earth is the Lord's, the fullness thereof. Stop looking at the numbers of people giving you $2. Remember the 2 mite. Eagle to know about the 2 mite when the woman didn't have nothing but 2 mite, 2 pennies. And she was blessed. Remember the woman with the oil. She didn't even have enough oil. She just had enough to bake a little small cake for her and her son. But then she ended up with an overflow. So don't worry about small beginnings. Don't worry about if somebody giving you 2 pennies. If somebody giving you a nickel. That adds up. At least they giving it from the heart. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Like I said, guys, this is it. It's time for us to wake up, guys. Stop letting these people put us to sleep. Stop letting these people stroke us. So, guys, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and close it down because it's 3:15 and I did an hour and 10 minutes and, I can't go longer than that. But That's it, guys. Can't get no clearer than this. Can't get no clearer than this where even a child can understand. Ain't like I'm talking to some foreign language. I'm talking plain as day. Plain as day. So, Eagle, thank you for joining my live. Starbucks, Logical Speak, thank you. Thank you, guys. Make sure you hit like, comment, and share these videos however you feel led. Because sometimes I sit there and say, Lord, I don't even want to say hit like, comment because some of our people are some stiff necked people. They don't understand. But God say, tell it to them anyway. Okay? So, guys, you all be blessed and you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday.